Hello, today is day 158 of our 365-day Bible read. Today, we're switching things up a little bit. We're going to be reading from the Old Testament only today. We're going to be reading one um, one Psalms chapter 1, and then we're going to read Psalms chapter 2. And we're not going to do a Bible study or anything for it. We're just reading Psalms chapter 1, and then we're going to read We're going to read Psalms chapter 1, and then we're going to read Proverbs chapter 1. So, yes, that's our day today for day 158. I just feel like I want to read a Psalms and a Proverbs. So, it's not following my year reading Bible schedule that I'm following from esv.org. Just doing something different today. So, yes, this will be a fast live, probably like less than 10 minutes. So, yeah, we're going to get started now. All right. Um, Psalms chapter 1. The way of the righteous and the wicked. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Okay, so that was Psalms chapter 1. We're now going to the next book, and we're going to read Proverbs chapter 1. I love Psalms and Proverbs. We're not too far away from actually reading Psalms and Proverbs, following our schedule. Let me see where we are. 3, 4. So we have to finish 4 books. Once we finish 2 Chronicles, we have to read 4 more books of the Bible. Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and Job. And then after Job, we'll start the book of Psalms. So we're almost to Psalms, and then Proverbs is next. So I'm excited for Psalms and Proverbs. Okay, so that was Psalms chapter 1. We're now going to read Proverbs chapter 1. And then we'll be done for today. All right. Proverbs chapter 1. The beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to understand words and, to know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. To understand a proverb and a saying, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. The enticement of sinners. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching, for they are a graceful garland for your head, and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie and wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all precious goods, we shall fill our houses with plunder. Throw in your lot among us. We will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold back your foot from their paths, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird. But these men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. Such are the ways of everyone who is greedy for unjust gain. It takes away the life of its possessors. The call of wisdom. Wisdom cries aloud in the street. In the markets she raises her voice. At the head of the noisy streets she cries out. At the entrance of the city gates she speaks. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? If you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. I will make my words known to you, because I have called and you refuse to listen, have stretched out my hand and no one has heeded. Because you have ignored all my counsel and would have none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you. When terror strikes you like a storm and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call upon me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, would have none of my counsel, and despised all my reproof. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their way, and have their fill of their own devices. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me will dwell secure, and will be at ease without dread of disaster. All right, that was Proverbs chapter 1, and we are done for day 58. I just wanted to read a Proverbs and a Psalms today. I can't wait until we get to this part of the Bible. So yes, we have 4 more books to read once we finish 2 Chronicles, and then the 5th book will be Psalms, and then we'll be starting Proverbs after. So I love it. Okay, so that is all for tonight. We read Psalms chapter 1 and Proverbs chapter 1. So tomorrow we'll be back following our year reading Bible schedule from esv.org. So yes, I love you guys. God loves you. You matter. You're valuable. You are worthy. You are enough. And God loves you and I love you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.